I'm telling all. A lot of people, because everything been going across the internet is untruth. About.
They asked me to do this. I said I'll take a shot at it, but it's a difficult thing.
Well, folks, here's another shocking update for ya. Marjorie Harvey, the elegant better half of TV's own Steve Harvey, finds herself in the eye of a family storm that could crack the foundation of their oh-so-perfect blended family. And this isn't even our main topic for today. We'll be discussing the conflict between Steve and the bodyguard. I mean, talk about drama.
What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children?
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Live Channel. And we've got an even juicier twist. Marjorie is also battling brand new allegations of infidelity that have turned the entertainment world upside down. Yup, that's right. Marjorie's got folks whispering and eyebrows lifting all over Tinseltown. The gossip mill is churning, my friends. And let's not forget Marjorie was once the young, starry-eyed 18-year-old bride to a guy named Jim, who was 14 years her senior. That's right, Jim, who was not only older but also, oh, so conveniently forgot to mention, already hitched. Yeah, the guy had another woman stashed away. The affair set off fireworks and blew the lid off secrets we can't even imagine.
Yeah, you got to understand, she's not going to be speaking on none of that because her whole thing is to hide her past.
Then, in a move right out of a daytime soap opera, Marjorie ditched the birth control, intentionally getting pregnant. The plan, to get Jim to dump his first wife, and yep, it worked. They married after a 3-year affair, but the honeymoon phase didn't last long, only 7 years. In fact, it was a roller coaster of emotions and upheavals. The cherry on top, both Jim and Marjorie found themselves in the FBI and crosshairs. Jim, already under the heat for his alleged involvement in a criminal, got word that Marjorie was also being investigated. He opted to take the rap, initially landing a life sentence, but only served 26 years, thanks to a pardon from none other than President Obama.
And so she called me, and she just went off on me.
Flipping the script to Steve Harvey's world, let's rewind to 1980 when he said I do to his first wife, Marcy. They even had adorable twin daughters, Karli and Brandy. Steve was figuring himself out at the time, selling insurance before he discovered his comedy gift. A $1.50 comedy competition prize was all he needed to kiss that insurance gig goodbye. But that wedded bliss didn't last long. Steve and Marcy called it quits in 1994. Now, here's where it gets scandalous. Rumor has it that Steve's affair with his second wife, Mary Shackelford, was the deal breaker, and it started even before the ink was dry on his divorce papers. Woo.
That's a toxic relationship.
Yeah. As the intricate web of Mary and Steve's relationship started to unravel, it was clear that things weren't as rosy as they initially seemed. Mary, like any other person deeply in love, had worn rose-tinted glasses, but as time ticked by, those glasses began to crack. Whispers turned into roaring gossips in the corridors of Hollywood. Steve's alleged affairs were no longer a hush-hush affair. And yet, as if dealing with the rumored flings wasn't enough, Mary had to also grapple with other startling accusations against Steve. Claims suggesting physical and emotional abuse surfaced, leaving fans and followers utterly shocked. Cut to a neon-lit bar in Memphis in the 90s, and Marjorie and Steve's story began to unfold. Steve was performing, the crowd was roaring, and among that sea of faces was Marjorie, completely captivated. Their electric connection evolved. But here's where the plot thickens. Despite the whirlwind romance, their honeymoon phase was cut short. Barely a few weeks into marriage, the two decided to take a break. Why? Steve's bank balance wasn't in the best shape, and he was knee-deep into ensuring his career took the right trajectory. As he so candidly put it, before a man can be of use to a woman, he's got to know who he is, what he does, and how much he's going to make. Talk about being brutally honest. Fast forward to 2005, and the universe seemed to have set the stage for Marjorie and Steve once again. With his comedy series, The Steve Harvey Show, wrapping up and his previous tumultuous marriage to Mary finally in his previous tumultuous marriage to Mary finally in his rearview mirror, Steve found himself at a crossroads. And who better to journey ahead with than Marjorie? It seemed like fate had played its cards, and the two got back together, rekindling their once lost romance.
Nothing like that, but I am disappointed in Marjorie because you don't sell out to family. Because Steve Harvey may dump you just like he did Mary the next day.
But Marjorie's life wasn't just about Steve. In the mix of all the drama was her relationship with Jim and then her subsequent chapter with Darnell Woods, Jim's very own cousin. Life threw Marjorie a curveball when she and Darnell welcomed their daughter, Lori. But the universe had a twist in store. Darnell's ties to questionable businesses became public knowledge, leaving fans gasping. The legal system soon came knocking, and Darnell found himself behind bars.
You are the prize. Don't give yourself to anybody.
But hold on to your popcorn because the juiciest tidbit was yet to come. Word on the street is that Marjorie Harvey might just be painting the town red with none other than Steve's bodyguard, William Big Boom Freeman. The man assigned to protect Steve might just be the one stirring the pot. And if that doesn't get your head spinning, this sure will. Big Boom wasn't always the bodyguard type. Reports dug up a dark past, suggesting his days as a former, well, let's just say, nighttime entrepreneur who didn't always treat women right. William Big Boom Freeman, as many might recall, didn't always walk the righteous path. While he candidly admits to once exploiting women for power and personal assurance, he's quick to claim his redemption. Today, he portrays himself as the poster boy for transformation, rocking titles like a celebrated author, motivational speaker, and an elite celebrity bodyguard. Quite the resume change, huh? Speaking of Freeman's bodyguard prowess, did you know his biography mentions a diverse portfolio? Whether it's a direct shield, like protection for high-profile clients, or a more subtle background guarding style, Freeman's got the flexibility down pat. He tailors his protection methods based on just how dangerous the waters are. Now, onto the ever-spicy topic of Marjorie Harvey. If you've been anywhere near the internet, you'd know the storm she's been stirring. Netizens are dialed into every chapter of Marjorie's life, past and present. While some folks say things like, she's always given me those shady vibes, others jump on the skeptical train with remarks about Marjorie's real intentions, claiming it's just another woman not caring about another's pain. But hold up, because Marjorie's link to Big Boom isn't the only intriguing detail here. You see, for all of Freeman's, aka Big Boom's, claims of transformation, rumors refuse to rest. Whispers have it that behind closed doors, Big Boom wasn't the chivalrous gentleman he projected to be, especially around women. In fact, some sources have even hinted that Marjorie might have faced some, let's call it harsh handling, by Big Boom's heavy hands. Such tales, if true, could well explain the friction that developed between him and Steve. But wait, there's more. The plot doesn't just stop at personal disagreements and potential conflicts. It thickens with some insiders dropping major bombshells. They're hinting that Big Boom possibly had more than just his bodyguard skills up his sleeve. Word is that he might held some seriously compromising material on Steve Harvey. And, well, if the grapevine is to be trusted, this could explain why so much about their conflicts and Big Boom's alleged misdeeds was swiftly swept under the glamorous red carpet of Tinseltown. The deeper we dig, the more tangled the web appears, with every strand weaving an ever-intriguing narrative. As if that wasn't enough drama, just when we thought the Steve Harvey and Mary chapter had turned its final page, the plot thickens. The bitterness between Steve and his ex-wife Mary hasn't just lingered, it's reignited with fiery passion. Steve, seemingly moving on with Marjorie, can't seem to shake off Mary's scathing accusations, including tales of betrayal, mistreatment, and egotism. Not one to sit back, Steve clapped back with a lawsuit, suggesting Mary was the spanner in the works for his talk show aspirations.
And anybody who befriended Mary, anybody who came in contact with Mary, Steve was trying to put a gag order against them.
Mary, not to be overshadowed, took her side of the story to YouTube, sharing what she calls irrefutable evidence. She's pulled back the curtains on Marjorie and Steve's relationship timeline. And if those text messages are to be believed, Steve might have left Mary high and dry, while ensuring Marjorie's life was nothing short of a fairy tale.
There's no closure for me. As of today, there was never any closure at all.
Here's where it gets even spicier. Whispers are circling that behind Steve's grand gestures, Marjorie might have had her own side game running, potentially plotting to outshine him. Such claims, though unsubstantiated, fuel the intrigue surrounding the Harvey family. After all, sources have mentioned an unusual spotlight on Lori, Marjorie's daughter, possibly casting shadows on her other children. Inside, scoops hint at underlying tension in the Harvey residence, largely attributed to Marjorie's laser-focused ambition for Lori. From matchmaking missions to aggressively pushing Lori into the limelight, some suggest it might all boil down to Marjorie's aspirations for monetary success. Yet, in a twist worthy of a Hollywood screenplay, Marjorie's journey seems to have come full circle. From her rumored days connected to a controversial drug dealer, to now gracing the swankiest events like the Grammy Awards, and showing up for philanthropic missions, Marjorie's made quite the transition. She seems to have carved out a niche for herself in the glitzy world, all while cultivating a seemingly untarnished image. How's that for a Cinderella story? So, there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour through a labyrinth of secrets, rumors, and uncanny alliances that seem to form the complicated puzzle known as Marjorie Harvey's life. But before we sign off, we've got a couple of burning questions for you. Do you believe these shocking claims surrounding Marjorie, Big Boom, and Steve? And if Big Boom truly had some tea to spill on Steve, what do you think it could be? Drop your thoughts theories, and opinions in the comments below. We're absolutely itching to know what our savvy viewers make of all this juicy drama. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us on this wild ride through the fascinating world of celebrity rumors. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest updates. Until next time, stay curious, stay entertained, and keep those comments coming. Peace out.